kind of wish I could, like, I have a lot of these things on me, and I could probably spare them. I wish I could like, give it to him in some way. Alright, let's... Oh, there is something up here. Hey, what's that? Petru's key. Chest. Bunch of materials. Take that. Bunch more materials. I'm surprised so many of these rooms are boarded up. You think they'd be reusing them? No one in here? Oh, there is some.
No, I couldn't possibly. It's too precious. Safe. In the drawer.
I will. Diary entry. We mustn't. I gasp, pushing her away from me as our lips part. It isn't right. Provetica is upon us. In my heart, she sobs, reaching up to card her fingers through her hair. We must seize happiness where we can. I gaze into her eyes. Limpid pools of tears. I take her in as she stands before me. Her hair, tousled from our strenuous activities, falls gracefully over her shoulder in waves more beautiful than in the ocean. Mihala. I whisper her name like a prayer. She surges forward, our tongues battling for dominance. It goes on like this for pages. Ah, you little freak. Unfinished poetry. These hastily scrawled words from the beginning of the poem was never finished. What would I do for you, my son? There's quite a list, far more than one. I would travel to the garden for you. I would eat a bowl of Solace stew. I would rather play with you instead of handing the wires of the honored dead. I would split apart the gray stone sky to give you a look into the world outside. But it is now for all I can do. But for now, all I can do is finish this poem with 1, 4, 3, and then 2. I don't know. That's just where I went within my head. What you guys got going on over here? Nothing? Okay, that's fine. Oh, is this the forge?
If I were gonna have a drink with one of the gods, I'd pick Aedyr.
I feel like a shrine of Abaddon among the forges of Solace is rather self-explanatory.
Magran's got plenty of followers among Rawatai soldiers, too.
Can't survive this.
Ah, the outsiders. Welcome.
What's up, Della?
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place.
What's your role here?
I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away, and the council appointed me.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady would live forever.
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too.
Sorry to hear about your old master.
Thanks. She was a great master. Even if she could have used the odd bath now and again. But that's beside the point.
Can't we all?
What can I do for you?
Show him the Starmetal. I've been told to look for a blacksmith in Solace Keep to work this metal into something special for me.
Is that Abaddon's shiny beard? It is Starmetal. I've only had the pleasure of working with it a few times before.
But you have worked
These
with
days
it.
I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this.
Hell yeah.
And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it!
I'm gonna let him
The
continue.
heat of the flowing lava. The feeling of power as you shape metal to your liking. The rush of adrenaline when an errant spark lights your beard aflame.
Keep waiting.
The burn of sore muscles that have worked a hammer for hours. The rhythmic tune the metal sings as you work it.
You really enjoy smithing, don't you?
Huh? What makes you say that? Oh, is it? Oh, no, never mind. Let's not get carried away, huh? Back to business. I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. Simple enough ask once you know the secrets of Starmetal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A Starmetal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge.
The arquebus is one of the guns, I'm pretty sure, right? And I'm not using guns at all. I'm not really using swords either. I'll take the sword.
Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the council chose me to be master of this forge.
Now this I have to see.
It is done. I call it
That was amazing.
the Aedyr blade.
Didn't even move.
Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge.
I can see why you're the Forge Master. Thank you. This is an incredible weapon.
You are most welcome, outsider.
However,
this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I can make you that arquebus I mentioned. Or, yes, perhaps I could further refine your meteor blade.
I had two. Give me an even sharper blade.
Aye, the golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Here you are.
Under
The
his offense
finest
plus
blade
2.
I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well.
Stare at awe on the weapon.
Enamored by its beauty, aren't you? You're not alone, outsider.
Wish I had a sword I could make.
What can I do for you?
It's my back scratcher. Looks like you take inspiration from that shrine to Abaddon.
I know. A shrine to Abaddon in a forge. How unique.
I'd like to see your wares. Faith and Conviction, heavy armor. Slowly regenerate essence. You and your companions receive +4 damage reduction. That's a beast of some armor. Heavy armor, though. Man, some of these grimoires, though. The cost, though, is so heavy. I'd love to replace this Embers one with a superb version. A 27 grand. Oof. I think we'll be good for right now. Here, take that, please. Yeah, here, take all this stuff I stole from your guys' well, everything, everywhere on the way up here. Forge Master's orders. This notice is written in intense, angry handwriting on a piece of smudged, charred parchment. To all who serve in the Forge, I understand you think I am unworthy of this position, but by decree of the Council of Solace and our hallowed traditions, I am your Forge Master, and you shall treat me as such. For example, no leaving stations unkept, no more slothing through ash in my direction, no more stealing of my rations, no more using the forge fires to cook meat, no more hilarious effigies, no more use of the term Gorge Master to refer to my eating habits. No more flicking slag at me and then acting like you did nothing. Truly, I know it was you. No more swapping my quenching oil for deadly acid. No more patting me on my head instead of saying, yes, Forge Master. Just little pat on the head. I expect these guidelines to be followed to the letter, lest the Commandant hear my complaint herself. Sounds like they haven't been taken to him quite so well. Alright. I'm gonna go up here really quick, because we got another quest up here.
Outsiders. In the halls Nandru built himself. Madness.
Okay.
Water.
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please.
Yeah.
Ah, the infamous Aedyr Envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it.
Oh. You have no idea.
And perhaps Solace is in luck. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is?
You tell me?
It's water, of course. And yet
Sure.
you'd never know it from the way the councilors fuss. It's all tradition, this, tradition that.
Are Peregrine in politics always this contentious?
You should have seen the row the council had over Nandru's statue. Is it central enough? Does the light flatter his facial fronds?
Oh my gosh.
Never have I seen a group of people with so much time to argue over ideas.
Philosophical arguments won't put food on the
Or
table.
water in our reservoirs, as it happens. We need more reliable sources of water. Preferably some that don't taste like rotten Zarep eggs.
Ugh. So what do you need me to do?
Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in slumbering fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them.
An existing aqueducts, it's a wonder your people didn't connect them to begin with.
And acknowledge that someone else came here before us and built something worth preserving? That's Pagrun pride for you. I call it damn fool stubbornness, since we're all friends. But now that a steady water supply is a bigger concern than cultural pride, the next problem is finding my team. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the Tusks.
Alright. I'm gonna need all these for adventuring or whatever. Hope you don't mind. Anything in any of the water? No. It sucks it tastes like Zalrip eggs.
What am I going to do? Oh, good. Someone's come along. I can't believe the only person that stopped is an outsider. Will you help me, please?
Help with what?
My hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to get such a fine one again. But with all the construction going on here, still, I slipped and dropped it. I think it's somewhere down there. Do you think you can find it, hmm?
You just want me to go downstairs and get you a hammer? Sure, I'll go take a
Oh,
look.
Murti, you are a lifesaver. I'll wait right here.
Well, we're clearly not gonna go down there. This is a silly quest. All right. Cardio. Nope. Here's your hammer.
You're back! Did you find my hammer?
Here it is, safe and sound.
You have done me a great service, Amakul. Murti, envoy. May your kindness be repaid swiftly.
Not now, then, huh? Alright, that's fine. There better have been a point to that, because that was just the stupidest thing to have me do this freaking far into the game. Like, seriously? This looks like it opens, yeah. I really hope there's a reason for that. Like, she'll come back later like, he helped me find my hammer and get me access to something, or I don't know. Because otherwise, that just... Like, why did he even... Let's just hope it comes around, because otherwise I don't know why they spent the time on even voicing that, writing it, putting... Like, it is so stupid. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason later, otherwise I just don't get it. This thread is clearly a draft, words crossed out, and there are notes and margins. To the honored Council of Solace, I've made my feelings on the topic knowing repeatedly, and yet nothing of substance has been done. It should be no surprise to you that many of us in the Obsidian Quarter have issues with the way certain policies have been enacted. I, for one, have left my boots out to be shined on several occasions, only to awaken to a pair of still scuffed boots. Such dereliction of duty cannot be accepted. Imagine if should Morgan will it, enemies attacked from the outside and no one is standing in front of the gates. This is the slipperiest of slopes. I, for one, will not allow this keep to diminish in this way. I have explained to the miscreants in charge that I would be speaking to their commanding officer, but it was to no avail. My boots shall one day shine like the sun. Tradition must hold. Yours truly, Laconet Karin. What a stupid thing to complain about considering where you live. I'm going to steal your boots if I can. Exceptional for more of elements.
I hope no one sees me like this.
I can see you.
Who let you in here? What do you want?
Cool necklace. Why are you up here?
Why am I in my own home? I think a better question is, why are you here? I must live, no, suffer in squalor now. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that live up to my tastes. But as long as Mihala continues to shun the rest of the lands, we must make do with an ever-shrinking supply of true goods.
Oh, she sounds like a bitch. You're too good for everything being sold in Solace?
All the shops only have cheap goods. I deserve better than that.
What?
Just leave me. Oh, and don't get anything dirty on your way out.
Oh, if I could, I would take like a shit on your bed right here. I don't even feel bad about taking this person's stuff. She's a jerk. It's ridiculous.
An outsider. I've never seen someone so tall.
Yeah, that's me.
Time has shown that the arms and armor of Solace Keep are unmatched in quality anywhere else in the living lands.
You never heard a speech full of such bluster.
It's not the content, but the interpretation that bothers me.
Ah, well. The walls of Solace and Death have been brought down by words alone.
I think his words and his breath combined would be a greater threat.
Oh. Called out.
Wodiga, huh? Guess the Pargrunen have that in common with Aedyr.
No, Andrew looked to Wodaka for inspiration when he created the traditions and laws of Solace.
Volty.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you.
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests?
What's your role here exactly?
I am an attendant of the Council of Solace. I do whatever they ask of me, frankly. Currently, it is my honor to watch over the Shrine of Wodaka and keep it as pristine as the goddess herself.
You mean it's your honor to stay where the Council can keep an eye on you?
I have to know what that's about.
The way I heard it, Bolty had a reputation for taking things from the armory and selling them to traders for a profit.
I paid my debt to Solace. I have changed.
What's a
Yeah,
change
well,
man,
the Council
huh?
is keeping you close by, just in case you haven't.
I'll just be going now. What do you got
Good
to sell?
to see you again. How can I help?
Show me your wares. Oh, look at that. You are selling stuff. What a surprise. Treasure map. Yes. That's definitely the keep. Ever since I found that dark blade, I've felt hungers that no food or drink can satisfy, almost as if it longs to plunge it into soft tissue and slash across vulnerable throats. Rather than continue to fight off its influence, I've buried the dagger before it buries me. Okay, we'll find it. Wodaka prayer. Peace parchment contains common prayer by Wodaka. Both binder hear our voices, lead us to speak truth and receive it in kind, protect us as we walk in the prescribed path, calm our minds as we make the difficult choices, show us how to untie the knots of lies and sentiments, lies, huh? To bring us closer to your broken throne where justice awaits those who serve justice. Okay.
Where is that caravan?
Oh, it's gone.
Council's just up this lift.
Ready ourselves?
Are they gonna throw us in the volcano if this goes badly?
Cool, no answer. Let's go. If they think they're gonna take me, they got another thing coming.
If we open our gates to outlanders, we stand to lose everything. They will corrupt our people, destroy our traditions.
Our entire society faces destruction if we don't.
I'm afraid if I open the door, it'll stop this.
We need the rest of the world.
The reason Solace Keep has stood for so long is because we've stood alone. Do not question our posture. We will talk about this later. We have a guest.
Damn it. See, I shouldn't have opened the door yet. That's fine. Kind of get the feeling they were mostly through it. Who are you, huh? Oh, yeah, I'm not concerned. Let's take for a second at how awesome this stained glass looks, though.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We believe the Garrote have entered the Tusks. Your lives are in danger.
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the Tusks that can catch us unawares.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer.
Oh, you might want to live. I don't have to explain myself to you.
Nor I to you. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious.
Yeah, her
What do you
attitude changed
expect us
pretty
to
quick,
do
huh?
for you, hmm? It sounds like you have something in mind.
Help us put an end to the Dream Scourge.
There is no Dream Scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been.
Every settlement in the Living Land suffers from it. It's only a matter of time.
No. The soul of Nandru protects this place, protects his wardens. No curse may touch us here.
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale.
Oh.
Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy?
Shows the path to the garden and we will.
There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
Your garden?
Right. Here we go.
Be silent. Have you no shame?
The garden is our sacred purpose. Its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. We used to be wanderers, explorers, caretakers of the island, until Nandru heard the call of the garden. He planted Solace Keep here, in the spot where it first spoke to him, and charged his people to forever protect it from all who might threaten its peace.
More accurately, he chained us to a barren wasteland 600 years ago, and abandoned us.
He gave his life to protect us from the world. We thank him by defending the garden.
This guy over here on the left sure doesn't sound convinced about that stuff. We've determined it's a source of the Dream Scourge.
Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, envoy.
Nandru once wrote that the island spoke to him. Perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face. I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Aedyran could have anything in common with Nandru.
Oh, I can lie and say I'm the reincarnation of Nandru. That'd be a little interesting. No, that's fine. We found an old journal written by Nandru. It says there's another way into the garden.
Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
There's really no way in. Why bother protecting it?
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden.
But why?
Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
My purpose is greater than the concerns of the Kith.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone.
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in these halls than the envoy does, Marius. We have no obligation, and indeed, no inclination to help you.
Claire menacingly.
Goodbye, envoy. Kostya, see the envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Politicians are alike everywhere, aren't they?
Nothing to take. Important page from a journal. A yellow piece of paper mottled with water stains is written in Kios's sprawled cursive. Most of it is unintelligible except for a few lines. I am done. Drive a spear through my heart. I cannot take this zealotry any longer. Not when everything we hold precious stands to burn to cinders because Mihala decided dead man's words are more valuable than the lives of our people. What will it take to make her understand? Does Solace keep me to fall before she'll open her eyes? It does feel that way after my experience with her. Zilla draws all the rhetorical fights so I can focus on work, but we must preach from Midland's Walk. Shouldn't enter. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to read all that. It seems like just unnecessary filler. Collection of papers. A stack of meeting minutes, notes, and assorted papers. For most of the parts, the collection is bureaucratic effluvia? Hidden amongst them are generally on footnotes of a series of handwritten exchanges. Most are interested in full sentences. On the other hand, keeps a steep love for rude sketches. Councilman Kiosta, as per our conversation on the topic, we're supposed to present a united front, not whatever that was. It's come to my attention that certain parties have been intercepting my letters to Aedyr. While I'm uncertain of who might be responsible, I would advise the culprit to stop doing so. All the margins of our meeting notes are not for caricatures of all. That's all. Look forward to another several hundred years or so working with someone so stubborn, more stubborn than stone. Where's your key?
Still lingering, Aedyr?
I found a letter one of your council members wrote to Halgrod.
Thank you, envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Aedyr. No matter. I've dealt with this before, and she'll deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep.
Maybe I should have done that.
There's a chest in my office whose contents you might find interesting.
Oh, okay. Some money. Good pistol. That actually wasn't all that great. This guy's gonna have something to say. He better.
I just wanted a word before you went on your way.
Gonna raise my eyebrow quizzically. Yes.
I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help.
She's risking lives for the sake of pride?
Yes. She's more concerned about her pride than the fact our people are weakening from deprivation. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath.
You're picking your battles.
I am. I know I can't win all of them, and I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me?
What do you want from me exactly?
The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let an Aedyr trade caravan slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradise could provide.
Yeah?
If I could only start the conversation.
Why haven't you?
Mihala won't have it. Our isolation here is not elective, but imposed on us by her. And Nandru, and our long traditions. Tradition is a tricky thing to end, Envoy. People become attached, don't they? To the old ways of doing things. Even when those old ways are killing them. I have tried to broach the topic of trade with her many times, as have my predecessors with her predecessors, and clearly we have gotten nowhere.
Count me intrigued, assuming I can help. What will you need me? What will you give me in return?
Information.
Oh?
You're looking for another path to the garden.
Yeah?
I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman.
Yeah. You knew about the Steel Growth this whole time?
I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care.
What then is of importance to you?
My people. Every person who is alive now. And every generation to come.
That's kind of what I expected.
That's the most sensible thing we've heard yet.
I agree.
The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us.
I do too, for the record. I am the envoy. Ambassador Helgard is a reasonable man. You don't need Ludwin's support.
It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
Me?
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sundan mind?
Solace Keep is just a place. You're looking for a way to help your people, aren't you?
The Keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Aedyr and the Stilgarroth in exchange for goods and gold.
That's
a sensible trade in my book.
I don't know about that.
Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people.
I mean, working with the Aedyrians and the Stilgarroth and trying to form an alliance, all good ideas, I think. Giving him the keep, though, that's a, I mean, he'll probably get it. That's a large offer. They would be fools to say no. I don't know if I'd call him a fucking snake. I'm sure Mahalo would love to hear it. You have a point. Hopefully Mihala will see it that way.
Kind words I did not think I would hear. I doubt she will, though.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Aedyr's hunger.
It would change you all.
Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand.
You're allowed your opinions, and I'll have mine.
And you've shared them all with me. I want you
Mostly.
to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want, too.
The Stilgarroth are unpredictable. They may force my hand.
I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Stilgarroth are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Aedyrians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also,
What is it?
well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous?
Oh,
You were
I
missed
got
here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
getting some manipulation
You have
vibes.
a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy.
Perhaps if I can spare the time.
I understand. Good luck on your search for the garden, Envoy. I suspect you will need every ounce of it.
He's in a tough position, but I believe he's trying to do right by his people.
Nothing, Marius? I'm not sure. Do you think he's on the up and up, chat? Because it's hard for me to say. Wait, hold on. What's... On my map, I have a like a